the Urbandale gym alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale. Our thanks to Mike Burkert as we make the transition up here. You call these the euchre seats, Mr. Cataldo. I know you're getting your headphones on.
I heard. It's the skybox seats.
We are
Coach Burkert that said.
Well, Coach Einertson's a huge Packer fan, and our studio producer tonight, Matt Wilkham, is a huge Packer fan. And I didn't get the game time for Saturday's game.
It's
for the
so
Packers,
you. It's so you that you put your thumb on that and just continue to twist that down.
I do.
I mean, my goodness. I mean, I was with some of those guys during that game.
I know you were.
I saw the Packer fans in the bars, bar grill I was at, but they were taunting. I thought this game's over, and to watch those Bears fans. Oh my gosh!
Wasn't that something?
It was fun.
Well, welcome, Urbandale Gym. I was here back when a young lady, before she got married, named Mia Cataldo.
Oh, God.
She lit up this gym. Of course, you're texting me because you're on the road. You're doing a good dad. You were on the road somewhere. Maybe you're going on one of your golf vacations with your buddies like the Sciglianos and Chidos. But all of a sudden, Mia, right down there in front of us, corner three good. And the question was, hey, Ammo, do you think Mia's going to play much tonight? Yes, she did. And where were you?
I had to take Dante to basketball practice. I was sitting in the parking lot of the old Grand Slam gymnasium over here in Waukee and listening to you.
Thank you.
I was about coming out of my chair. If you could imagine being a freshman girl's dad, and my goodness, that was so much fun. I miss those days. So I hope all the parents of the girls basketball team soak all this in, because my gosh, when it's gone, did you miss it?
And I was just having a day.
Oh, my God, you were exciting. It was one of the times I gave you credit.
Yeah, I did. Kind of got into it. And I'm still trying to do that, once in a while. And then you and I get called with conversation. But, you were taking Dante somewhere. I thought you were on like a golf thing.
No.
You decided to skip
to practice. I thought,
she's
not going to play this game. I'm going to run to practice.
Well, it's round 2 as we start the second wave through the CIML. The good news is, as I told Coach Burkert earlier, Jimmy, is this is the last, Tuesday's the last road game, and then we're home all the way, and then that even goes to the postseason. If both Dowling girls and boys have a high enough seed, they will maybe host. So we're done here. Now we got to get used to people at Dowling. Is Crandall and those guys on standby? What have they been doing for the last 6 weeks? The scoreboard operators at Dowling, I mean, where have they all been?
They've been giving a lot of money to the University of Iowa, going to a lot of Iowa basketball games, both men and women. So somebody better call them and tell them they're back on.
I haven't seen Brian Hughes, Jay Rickey, Matt Kern, Todd Crandall, Ted Power. Kevin Audi, of course, has been with us. He comes on the road. He's the scorekeeper. Sure. And then our PA announcer, Andy Krieger. Haven't seen him in a while. We're going to see him for the remaining of the season, beginning a week from tonight. The home season starts for Dowling, 6 in a row at home after Tuesday.
Well, and I think the Maroons are going to welcome that with open arms, and they're going to be in a battle tonight. I know you talked to Coach Einertson and talking to some of the coaches before this game, and even looking at some of the stat lines since we played Urbandale back. We played Urbandale back December 2nd. We were just fresh off that last final football game, and and you had a lot of high expectations about this Dowling team. It was the first game of the year, really wondering how they were going to come out and play. And one senior, Noah Martins, hit 7 3-pointers in that early December game. And you're thinking, my goodness, this is going to be a roll. And the Maroons have rolled at 10-1 and coming back and playing at Urbandale against a team that has done extremely well since they played Dowling that December, in lights of knocking off a number 7 rated Ames team. Who has their only loss of the season. This Urbandale team did. Actually,
they're number 5 ranked Ames. The last rank is, you're exactly right. And, what a year they've had. They lost to Dowling 67-54, as you mentioned. Opener for both boys teams. Girls had already played several games. And then they lost to number 2 Waukee Northwest right after they lost to Dowling. And then all of a sudden, they knocked off Centennial. Urbandale boys win at Valley, win at Johnston, beat Southeast Polk here at the Urbandale gym, and then go up to Ames and knock off 5th-ranked Ames 63-57. They beat Ankeny, but lost to Waukee by 2 points on Tuesday night, as Dowling and Urbandale were both in Waukee. Dowling playing Northwest and Urbandale playing at Waukee. So they're both teams coming off a loss, but what a run by Coach Clay Thielking.
Coach and Thielking is a great coach, and we've always admired him, but they're really, putting a lot of weight on 3 individuals out of Urbandale who all 3 of them are averaging over 16 points a game. Jake Pargin, Quentin Teeter, and David Harderson, 16 points, 17 points a game. And so these 3 individuals have really caught the attention of, as I saw Coach Nicholson, I said, you have the defense tonight, right? He goes, this one scares me. I said, it scares me. I'm looking at the stat line and looking at what they're doing. And
sure,
those 3 individuals certainly would scare me. And the fact that they will slap on a zone that the Maroons have not seen a whole lot of is gonna cause a lot of stress tonight for the coaching staff.
Well, Jack Pargin's having a great year for Urbandale, 6'5" senior. He's our leading scorer, averaging 17 points. Quentin Teeter, the transfer from Waukee Northwest, having 16 points, averaged just a couple points for Northwest last year when they went to the state championship game before losing to Valley. So Teeter's been a good transfer. And then Davis Hardison, his dad's the assistant coach, averaging 16 points, 5 rebounds. Those are the 3 of the nucleus of this Urbandale team. And then you just kind of move in, but mix in everybody else. But their bench is going to be hurting tonight. 2 of the players not available due to a funeral. Caleb Price had a death in the family. He's not available. He brought some instant offense, 6'1" senior. He will not play tonight. And Hudson Weber, there's 2 Webers on the team. They're not related, but Hudson will not be able to play tonight, 6'2" junior, unavailable. So they're going to go with Charlie Corredos, 6'5" sophomore, who's been a steady post player for him. And we're going to see Blake Bollerman, the soccer goalie, may get in there, the number 33 for the Jayhawks. And then at guard, Cade Yeager, who started this year for him, he will come off the bench. So the depth for Urbandale is what Coach Thilking was concerned about when I visited with him yesterday.
Well, as they're looking at getting more size in the lineup, and that's probably where you see the advent of Charlie Corredos in. He's 6'5", he's a sophomore, but that is the weakness of this Urbandale team. It's rebounding, and that's the one stat line that really came out as I looked at this game. The Maroons are averaging over 35 rebounds a game, and Urbandale is averaging just 22. 5 offensive rebounds a game is Urbandale, where the Maroons have really dominated the offensive glass in the first matchup in December. So that is a huge advantage if you're the Maroons, because Urbandale's a hot shooting team. Maroons not so much, but if they shoot the ball and they can get some offensive rebounds off missed shots, the Maroons have been highly successful in that.
No question about it. Both teams with average about 11 turnovers a game, so that all kind of equals each other out. That rebounding stat is tremendous, and I'm looking up the last meeting because I brought the game sheet, Jimmy, and I'll tell you that may be something to look at. Block shots, because Alfred Coley, remember, Charlie Crane wasn't available. He had his broken wrist. He was not cleared to play. Alfred Coley had a tremendous night in the paint, and so did Evan Mitchell coming off the bench.
First varsity start for Alfred Coley, and we had a lot of question marks. Saw a lot of great things out of him his sophomore campaign, and those were all answered that December night. And Alfred came out and played a heck of a game, and we're really excited to see what he's going to do this entire season. And he has not disappointed. But you mentioned no Crane, no Coppola that game. The Maroons were led by Noah Martin, shot 31 points that game, and we're on fire. I mentioned he hit 7 3-pointers. The Maroons hit 10 altogether. You couple the hot shooting by the Maroons that night, dominating at the rebound. They came away with the 13-point win against Urbandale, and all that kind of goes away when you look at this matchup, because Urbandale has steadily gotten better over the course of the season, as have the Maroons. Both are coming off losses. Be interested to see how each team responds tonight. All
right, we're going to take a 1-minute break, come back with starting lineups. It's Dowling and Urbandale here at the Urbandale South Gym. Again, my petition keeps going. Clay Thilking Court, Brad Bjorkgren Gym for the Urbandale folks. We got to get going with that. We got to get that going. But,
the fact that you're 100-mile walk or 100-yard walk from here,
that's me.
I can see your, anticipation and love to get that done. But
I'm trying. I'm trying.
I'm with Coach Burkert. You better bring your wallet. But
I try to get it from the activity fund that the Dowling boys basketball team goes to Wisconsin Dells every summer, and
that's right.
But that didn't work. So.
2 incredible people.
Take a 1-minute break and be back with starting lineups. Dowling and Urbandale, the boys game coming up. Girls game won by Dowling, 52-32 the final there. Back in 1 minute along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. AshworthVision.com.
Do you believe in the importance of Catholic education? Do you owe Iowa income tax this year? Consider a gift to the Catholic Tuition Organization to help worthy students attend Catholic schools in the diocese and receive an Iowa tax credit of 75% of your donation. If you give $1,000 to CTO, you'll receive a tax credit of $750. Pledge or donate online at ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their futures.
From Albia to Arnold's Park and everywhere at iowacatholicradio.com or the Iowa Catholic Radio app. Listener-supported Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting people to Christ.
All right, Matt Wilkham bringing out the Journey music here on Iowa Catholic Radio Friday night. And it's high school basketball from the Urbandale gym as we get set for Dowling and Urbandale. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. There's for the Dowling boys. They're the visitors tonight. Record of 10-1, ranked third in Class 4A, and they'll start this lineup. One guard, Nate Jenkins, 6'1 senior, wearing number 2, and a captain. The other captain at guard, Maddox Coppola, 6'2", 195-pound senior. And the third guard is the point guard, Noah Martins, a 6-foot senior, and he'll wear number 11. At one forward, Charlie Crane, a 6'10 senior. And at center, Alfred Coley, a 6'8 junior for the Maroons. He'll wear number 0. So it'll be Jenkins, Martins, Coppola, along with Charlie Crane and Alfred Coley. Off the bench, Gio Keelis for the Maroons, 6'3 senior. Dowling in their road maroon uniforms, white numbers, black trim. And for the Urbandale Jayhawks under head coach Clay Phil-King in his third year, they'll start. Point guard is Quentin Teeter, 6'5 senior. Jackson Sturdivant, 5'11 senior. The other guard, one forward, Caden Burns, 6'4 senior. Davis Hardison, a 6'3 senior, wearing number 4. And the tip up and controlled by Urbandale as we're underway here at the Jayhawk gym. And a turnover right off the bat, Jimmy.
Well, Urbandale starts their offense and tries to go with a hard backdoor cut to Hardison and loses the ball out of bounds. Maroons pick up the pace. Coming back to see if Urbandale starts with the zone. They're starting man-to-man as Noah Martins is the Urbandale killer.
A long three by Martins, top of the key, good. I guess that's the way to come out of a shooting slump. Have Noah play Urbandale. 3-0 Dowling.
Well, the smile on his face tells a lot that he's been pressing a little bit.
Well, corner three by Urbandale up and good. That's Caden Burns with a corner three. That's his 8th three of the year. For Martins, that was his 20th made three, and we're tied at 3. How about that?
Well, the Maroons got to use their size advantage with Coley and Crane in the middle.
And now Crane for 3. It's up and good. Wow, top of the key. And the big guy hits the 3 at 6'10".
3 out of 21 on the year so far, Charlie Crane, but he's hit his first. They said if you hit your first, you're okay to shoot another one.
There's a fadeaway jumper, no good by Burns. Rebound Dowling. Maroons lead at 6-3. These two teams know each other well. They all play on the same team with each other. You heard from Coach Einertson. They get it inside to Coley, and his shot off the glass good. Might have been deflected, but he got it to fall. Strong move by Alfred.
Strong position by Alfred, going against Teeter down low and gets a position, draws a little bit of contact, but makes the basket.
You always want to get comfortable, but sometimes you're comfortable in your opponent because you're used to playing. These guys are going to light it up tonight. A long three, good by Burns. That's his 2nd 3 of the night. They feel very comfortable playing against each other because they play with each other during the season on the club teams.
And into a zone goes Urbandale. And
right away. Here's Coppola for 3 over the zone. No good. Offensive rebound, Coley. They work underneath and dribble drive by Martins. He tried to pass underneath to Jenkins. Wasn't expecting the pass. Turnover against Dowling. Maroons lead it 8-6. 6 minutes to play first quarter, Jimmy.
One thing we didn't talk about in the pregame is Urbandale's ability to shoot the three-point shot. Almost 40% on the year Urbandale is shooting the three-pointer. 2 for 2 so far tonight.
Yeah, they can shoot from the 3, but they have a lot to be desired with rebounding. And now dribble drive through the lane. Davis Hardison with the shot with the left hand off the glass. Good. Right through traffic, and we're tied at 8 with 5:35 to go.
2-1-2 zone. Try to trap the corners.
Dowling with the ball, and now a bad pass by Martins. And now they get it all the way down court to Pargin, and he'll slam it home, and that'll get the Urbandale crowd into it. That's a full house on the far side. Pargin with the slam dunk, and the Jayhawks lead by 2, 10-8.
We talked about it time and time again. In the last several seasons, you don't see zone very much in the high school basketball, and love the fact that Clay Thiel-King is throwing in a zone to mix it in.
There's a catch and shoot for Martin's. His three-pointer no good, but Charlie Crane, offensive rebound and put back up and good. Crane with 5 points, and he got the garbage basket there as we're tied at 10, under 5 to play.
Second offensive rebound for the Maroons, have converted 1 so far.
Urbandale with the basketball. Here's Burns with it. Off the glass with his shot as he drives the right side of the lane. No good. Rebound Dowling and Martins. Noah with it in the front court. Gets it to Capola. Now back to Noah Martins. Skip pass over to Jenkins. Nate won't shoot the three. That zone, as you mentioned, Jimmy, by Urbandale. Now a corner three by Jenkins. Good. That same spot he got hot on in the first quarter at Northwest on Tuesday. Found another one.
I don't care if you call it the right or left side of the baseline. It's Nate Jenkins finds his footing and knocks down that shot at least 2 times a game.
And Dowling with a 13-10 lead. Long three, no good by Quentin Teeter. Rebound out of bounds, bounces over the backboard, out of bounds. Be Dowling basketball for substitution. Gio Keelis in the lineup for the Maroons. Mr. Instant Offense, averaging 10 points. 6'3" senior. He'll replace Maddox Capola at the 4:10 mark here in the first quarter. Dowling by 3.
Gio Keelis is somebody who's come off the bench for the Maroons since Charlie Crane got back. Probably could start at most schools throughout, and found his role as a great bench player.
Oh, beautiful high-low. They get it to Alfred Coley on a great pass from the mid-post. Coley shot no good, but he was fouled. Foul on Urbandale. That'll be on Davis Hardison, his first. Hardison, one of that cluster that averages 16 to 17 points for Urbandale, but he also is their leading rebounder at 5 a game and commits his first foul. Coley's free throw, no good. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio, brought to you in part by Bozen the Florist, Ashworth Vision Clinic, and Iowa Wealth Management. Our thanks to our supporters all season long. Second free throw no good by Coley. Alfred, a 62% free throw shooter on the year, and Tuesday night he was 2 for 2 with 8 points against Northwest, and it's 13-10. The score remains. Dowling with the lead. Girls game won by Dowling 52-32. And Jayhawks have it. Cade Yeager in off the bench. Gets it underneath to Burns. His shot too strong, no good. Rebound Coley. Burns had a nice look, but he couldn't finish the shot. Rebound Dowling. And now Keelis for 3. Catch and shoot right in front of the Urbandale bench. Good.
Love seeing Gio coming off the bench. And my old man always said, it doesn't matter if you start or come off the bench, it's how many minutes you play. And Gio Keelis is finding a lot of minutes coming off the bench because of his ability to shoot the 3-point shot.
He sat for 3.5 minutes and gets in at the 4-minute mark, and he can see what's going on. Now, corner three, no good by Urbandale's Pargin. Kind of forced that. Rebound Dowling and Nate Jenkins. Leaves it for Martins. Noah dribble drives in the lane. Leads for Charlie Crane. In the corner to Jenkins. Now to Martins. Underneath the Crane. He'll slam it home, and that gets the Dowling fans going.
Awesome ball movement by the Maroons. Tearing into that zone. Touched about 4 different Maroons and found a nice little inlet pass to Crane.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 2:53 remaining here in the first half, and it's Dowling 18, Urbandale 10. Back with more from the first quarter from the Urbandale Gym on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com, 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
Lumen Media of the Diocese of Sioux City Office of Communications will publish these features in the next Lumen Notes. Learn about a diocesan-wide Lenten book study, a young man thrives in his faith after a near-fatal accident, Manning's Sacred Heart Community Closet sees demand for assistance doubling, and a deacon's jail ministry in Boone. See this features and local parish and school news in the next Lumen Notes. And there's also a link to our latest Illuminating Catholics podcast.
Dr. Marcus Peter examines culture, church, and current events through the lens of faith from the heart of the church to show how Jesus Christ is Lord over all facets of life. Ave Maria in the afternoon, weekdays at 3 p.m. Central on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Welcome back to the Urbandale Gym. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale, Matt Wilkins, been in that great music at the Iowa Catholic Radio Studios. 18-10, Dowling by 8, and now out of the timeout, a long three up and good by the Jayhawks, and that is Quentin Teeter in the scoring column with his first three, his 16th of the year, and it's 18-13, Dowling by 5. Jimmy, I'm wondering how long Coach Steelking's going to stay in that zone for Urbandale, but I say that, and Teeter with the steal, and he'll feed his teammate Pargin for the slam dunk. That's his second dunk of the night, and he has 4 points, 18-15 Dowling. Wow.
Yeah, Coach Steelking has always been patient throughout his career. So I've watched him, and he's going to stick with things that are working. If it doesn't, he's going to continue to adjust. Staying in that zone has caused the Maroons a little bit of issues.
All right, Charlie Crane, a shot from the left elbow, no good. Maroons worked around that zone. Rebound comes out to Pargin, and he'll leave it for Hardison for three. It's no good. Keyless had the rebound, but stolen away by Yeager. Cade Yeager with the steal, and Urbandale now gets a brand new offensive set. As they dribble drive in the lane, they kick it out, and it deflects in the backcourt off of Keyless. Will be Urbandale basketball. 27 on the shot clock. Minute 45 to go here in the first quarter. Dowling 18, Urbandale 15 in this boys contest. Earlier this year at the Dowling gym, as Jimmy mentioned, Dowling winning 67-54 over the Jayhawks, and Coach Anderson mentioned Urbandale's a top 10 team. They are. They're 6-3, and they're ranked 9th, and you can see why. There's a long three. It's no good by the Jayhawks as they get the ball. Pargin with the miss, Dowling with the ball, and it's Martins in the front court with 90 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Maddox Capola back in the Dowling lineup, feeds Keyless on the baseline, pull-up jumper. No good, missed everything. Teeter with the rebound, and here's Urbandale the other way. They go right to left towards the south basket. Teeter underneath against Crane. He shot off the glass. Good. He got Charlie in the air, and he put it through. Teeter with 5 points.
One thing that Charlie Crane just has to get more disciplined at is you don't have to block every shot. Just be long and be physical, just to make sure that people are shooting over you, and he just oftentimes loses his feet, and Teeter took advantage of it.
1 minute to play. Dowling by 1, 18-17. Urbandale's largest lead has been 2 points. Dowling's largest lead has been 4 points. And now here's Keyless for three. It's no good from the right wing. Rebound Urbandale. Urbandale in their home white uniforms with blue and trim and numbers. And now here's a shot in the lane, no good by Hardison. He kind of forced the shot, missed everything. Dowling with the rebound. Maroons, and they're all maroon uniforms, white numbers and black borders. And 22-second differential, 22 on the shot clock, 24 on the game clock. And the Maroons are going to wind this down as much as they can. Leading by 1, 15 seconds remaining, 10 on the shot clock. Here's Martins between the circles. 2-1-2 zone it looks like here, Jimmy. They're going to trap the ball. No, they don't. Martins goes through, gets to Capola for three. It's no good. And the tip no good, and we come to the end of the first quarter with the score. Dowling Catholic 18, Urbandale 17. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale will return to the Urbandale gym in 1 minute with the second quarter along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Programming supported in part by Skeffington's Formalware, in business since 1951 with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formalware, online at skeffingtons.com. Thank you, Skeffington's Formalware, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
I'm Father Thomas Loya, and this week on Light of the East on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, in a baton race where one runner has to pass the baton to the next runner, both runners must be running at the same time until the baton is passed between them. In many Eastern Catholic churches, we are running a liturgical baton race. Light of the East, Sunday mornings at 10:30 on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
KIHS, Perry, KDVM, Mason City, KCSL, Spencer.
The radio home for your Dowling Catholic Maroons. 105.5 KIHS, Perry, Des Moines. IowaCatholicRadio.com and the Iowa Catholic Radio mobile app. Encounter Jesus.
All right, we're back here at the Urbandale gym. Friday night, high school girls and boys basketball. Game 1, Dowling girls a winner 52-32 to run their record at 12-2. Jayhawks fall to 2-11. Now in the boys contest, Dowling leading 18-17 over the Jayhawks. Start the second quarter, Dowling with the first possession. Neil Keyless gets to start here in the second half. Alfred Coley returns to the lineup, along with Maddox Capola, Nate Jenkins, and Evan Mitchell in the lineup for the first time tonight for Dowling Catholic. And now Keyless for three. Good. Right in front of the Urbandale bench. Right wing.
Maroons went 4 of 8 in the first quarter from three-point range, hitting their first. Gio Keyless is, his second three-pointer on the night.
Yes, it is. 21-17, Dowling by 4. Now Jackson Sturdivant with the basketball for Urbandale. Gets it out to Corredos. Charlie Corredos getting his first action. A long three up and no good by Quentin Teeter, and rebound Dowling. Outlet pass stolen away by Urbandale. Sturdivant with the steal, and now stolen back by Coppola. He'll get in the backcourt to Keyless, and Gio will dribble across the timeline. Got a little flurry there. Now Gio loses it, and a whistle and a foul. And they're going to call Keyless for the foul, I believe, as he ran right into Cade Yeager.
Well, really mixed up a couple possessions there, just a little bit. Feels like those kids are running out of their shoes rather than
flurry,
bringing it back a little bit and just control the game a little bit. But going through the first quarter numbers, Maroons are 7 of 14 in the first quarter. As I mentioned, 4 of 8 from 3. Had 9 rebounds to Urbandale's 4. Talked about that big difference going into this game. They did have 4 turnovers. Urbandale 7 of 15 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3, 4 rebounds, 1 turnover.
21-17 Dowling, and underneath Urbandale with the basketball. Davis Hardison is shot off the glass and rolls over the rim. No good. Rebound Dowling, and Evan Mitchell to Jenkins. Urbandale in that zone, and Mitchell for 3. It's no good. Rebound Teeter and the Jayhawks. Empty possession that time for Dowling.
And Alfred Coley, he had a nice position. Didn't see him, but late.
Now they work against Coley. Underneath, fadeaway jumper no good by Teeter, and the rebound Jenkins and Dowling. Nathan will dribble in the front court. Runs by 4, but haven't scored. Now a catch and shoot by Keyless off the back iron, no good, and rebound Urbandale. Good hustle that time by Charlie Corredos. 6'5" sophomore battling in there. Now the Jayhawks running the floor. Layup good by Teeter, and Quentin with his 7th point. It's 21-19. Dowling's lead to 2.
One thing you see on the Maroons is their early shot of a three-pointer early in the possession. Worked the ball around. They had some great movement in that first quarter. Got some really good looks, easy shots. Oftentimes they shoot the ball a little early in the possession, three-pointers, and it comes out with a dead.
Maroons on a turnover. Keyless's pass to Coppola. It was deflected, and we got a timeout on the floor. A 30-second timeout with 5:55 to go here in the second quarter. Dowling 21, Urbandale 19 here in this boys contest. Our thanks to Ashworth Vision Clinic, Bozen the Florist, along with Iowa Wealth Management and Construction Professionals for supporting our broadcast. As look at the CIML conference in this boys. Waukee Northwest ranked 2nd. Dowling in 2nd place in the conference, ranked 3rd in the state. Waukee in 3rd place. Ranked 4th in the state, and Urbandale in 4th place, ranked 9th in the state. So you got 4 CIML teams ranked in the top 10 out of the 9-team league.
Night in, night out, you're going to play some tough competition. Really stresses out the coaching staff as they try to get, their scouting reports in and then trying to work that, and you only get a day or two to really work it in practice
to
prepare for these games, especially in a zone situation you don't see very often. Wish you had more than 2 days to really prepare for it.
21-19, Dowling with the lead. Out of Urbandale basketball out of the timeout. Jayhawks with it. Down the lane is Teeter. Pull-up jumper off the back iron, no good. Ball tipped out of bounds. And they say it went off the Maroons. Either Coppola or Martins, who was battling Sturdivant. And it'll be Urbandale basketball. With the Waukee coaching staff in front of us.
Well, why wouldn't you? I mean, we give great information up here. I mean, they're probably scouting, and they just got to listen.
As long as they don't start coming over here asking for it. Now we got traveling on Urbandale, turnover.
One stat that you look at the game back in December, the first meeting, first game of the year, Dowling-Urbandale. Dowling shot 21 out of 28 free throws that night. I remember that now, that we talked about how much the Maroons, and we didn't see that very often out of the Maroons getting to the free throw line. 0 of 2 right now are the only free throws that the Maroons or Urbandale has shot, but they made 21 free throws last December.
That says a lot. And now a turnover against the Maroons is the other way we go with Urbandale with the basketball. 5 minutes to play. Our score 21-19. Low scoring first half thus far. Urbandale, they work underneath. Shot off the glass. No good by Davis Hardison. Rebound Dowling and Charlie Crane. Now they get it to Martins, and we got an offensive foul on Noah as he pushed off trying to dribble baseline. So the other way we go.
8 turnovers for the Maroons. in this first half.
Second team foul on Dowling, first foul on Martins. And now Dowling with full court pressure here. Urbandale running that zone, and Dowling taking a page out of that. So token pressure, Urbandale gets it across the timeline. Now skip pass over in the corner. Hardison, corner three, good. Right in front of the Dowling bench. Davis Hardison with his first three-pointer of the night. He's got 5 points, and the Jayhawks have a 1-point lead, 22-21. Dowling's been scoreless for a while against this zone. Now they work with Charlie Crane, a power dribble in the lane, a shot no good. Coley with the rebound, put back up and in, and that's where you answer the zone. You pound it inside, and Coley with his 4th point.
That's where you got to live. Find that entrance pass into the lane and then attack the basket. That time I think Charlie was a little caught off guard, but he attacked, and Coley was there to put in the offensive rebound.
Now a long three, no good by Pargin. Offensive rebound, well, no, taken away by Coppola with the steal to Coley, and his shot up and good. He's fouled. The basket will count, and they'll whistle a foul on Sturdivant, and that'll be his first. Hustle by the Maroons. It started with Maddox Coppola.
I think they're going to put the foul on Hardison, but really hard foul. Really try to.
Oh, they are. That'll be his second. Yeah.
Manipulate Alfred Coley's shot. Strength by Alfred allowed him to put the basket in.
He was a tremendous guest the other night when we had him on, Alfred Coley. Great young man, has a lot to do with the Crane family, helping out with him. And I'll tell you what, pleasant young man. Free throw no good, but Mitchell keeps it alive, and it is out of bounds off of Dowling as Mitchell was battling there. And I'll tell you what, nice job that time by Teeter. He threw it off Mitchell's shin for Urbandale's possession.
Mitchell gives you a lot of strength underneath. He's going to be there to do all the dirty work, and get an opportunity to put the ball back up. He's going to do it, but he's going to battle for offensive rebounds as he did there, and just came up. Ooh.
Now we got a foul on the three-point shot by Dowling, and there'll be 3 free throws coming. Maddox Coppola with the foul, and oh my goodness, 3 free throws coming for Teeter.
Happens right in front of Coach Einertson, and he just,
did that really happen?
He had the look of it. And can't
First
believe
one up, no good. Did that really happen?
4 free throws have been shot. Nobody's made one.
Check that. Pargin with 3 free throws. First one is no good. Second one on the way. Good. We'll get one more. He's got 5 points tonight. Our score 25-23. Dowling by 2. 3.5 minutes to go in the first half, second quarter. Kanaski brothers, Kevin, the head coach, and Pat Henkinius all sitting in front of you.
Yes.
Third free throw good. So they go 2 out of 3 does Pargin. He's got 6 points.
You got some bad information from Coach Steelfing. God bless him. But Hudson Weber is in the lineup. You have him crossed out tonight.
And now Dowling the other way, shooting and scoring.
Nate Jenkins.
Jenkins with his first 2-point basket, Jimmy. Now the other way we go with Urbandale with the ball. Now he said he was questionable. He said that was yesterday.
Well, I don't know why you crossed it out of the lineup then.
I shouldn't have. I crossed them both off. And now in the lane, a shot no good by Urbandale. Rebound Dowling. 28-24, Dowling by 4. And now a three-pointer no good by Martin. Offensive rebound, Coley. Boy, is he battling there. You talk about the rebound differential that Urbandale has faced. And a foul called on the Jayhawks. That'll be on Hardison, and that's his third, if it is. Nope, first foul on Sturdivant. Called on Sturdivant, so Hardison gets a break. Dowling inbounds the ball, leading by 4. Corner 3 by Martins, no good. Noah's struggling with his shot right now the last several games. Rebound out to Urbandale. 28-24. Dowling with the lead. Jayhawks in the lane. Dribble drive, they get to Hudson Weber, who was questionable tonight. A long 3 up, good. He gets it right out to Pargin for another 3. And he has 9 points.
Being able to shoot the 3-point shot, you can really get your defender off his feet. And that time, Keelis went for the block. Pargin stepped in, knocks down a 3-pointer.
Now underneath, and a great job by Noah Martins. He found Alfred Coley on a no-look pass, I think.
That's where they're going to just slice up this zone defense by just finding that entrance pass. Maroons have found it a couple times.
We got a blocking foul on Noah Martins. They got to wipe off the shot.
Keyless.
And it's on Keyless. Okay, Martins hit the deck. Keyless he went off tackle. It's like you football coaches draw up that play, but it's foul on Dowling, and they're going to come away with Keyless with his second foul.
I just frustrated Keyless. He felt he was set. Took the major contact in that. Got called for the block.
Sturdivant gets it over in the corner to Teeter for three. It's no good. And Alfred Coley with the rebound. Boy, he is climbing that hill each and every time. 30-27. Dowling by 3 here in this boys contest. 1 minute, 50 seconds remaining. And now Jenkins has the ball stolen away by Teeter. Deflected back to Sturdivant, and Urbandale retains possession. Here's Burns with it. Burns is hot early in the contest. He gets it to Teeter, going 1-on-3. Now skip pass in the corner to Hardison. Dribbles in the baseline. His shot up and good. And a whistle and a foul on Martins. They're going to count the basket, and Hardison, a strong move on the baseline.
Just a late whistle. That ball was through the net. A little bit of contact there. So I'm not saying there was not contact, but such a late call.
And now the free throw up and no good. Hardison misses. And the rebound Dowling. 30-29. Dowling by 1. Minute 20 to go. And another errant pass by Dowling. Here's Pargin with it. Tries a lob underneath to Teeter, and it's stolen away by Capola, who hustled back. Underneath to Coley, and he slams it home. So the Maroons made him pay there. Coley with 10 points. Now the other way, and Urbandale with the shot off the glass good as the Maroons didn't get back. Teeter with the basket.
Celebrating the slam dunk by Coley, and during all that, Urbandale gets the ball through transition, gets way behind Dowling's defense for an easy bucket.
32-31, Dowling by 1. Corner 3 by Jenkins, no good. And Coley with the offensive rebound, but he stepped on the baseline when he came down. Urbandale will have the ball with 48 seconds to play in the first half. Maroons lead by 1.
Just furious back and forth the last few possessions. Yep. Several turnovers. The Maroons, 10 turnovers in this first half is just a killer, but dominating the rebounding.
All right, Urbandale, 20 on the shot clock, 34 on the game clock. Gets it out to Sturdivant. Over to Hardison. In the lane, his shot blocked by Charlie Crane. Rebound Dowling. Here's Jenkins with it. On to Martins. No, we'll look at head coach Justin Einertson, get a play called, and the shot clock turned off as we're at 10 seconds. The Maroons lead by 1. That's a lot of turnovers. 10's about right for the game, and now Martins has his shot blocked. They get it down to Pargin, and he'll slam it home, and Urbandale's go to halftime with the lead. Urbandale 33, Dowling 32, and the Maroons get careless in their final possession, Jimmy, of the first half.
Well, the last couple possessions there after the Coley dunk and not getting back on transition, and then not really working a play in as the shot or as the clock was winding down, and Maroons give up an easy basket to end and go down 1 at half, but completely dominating the rebounding. I have them for 20 rebounds to Urbandale's 9, and but the Maroons with 10 turnovers. And Urbandale has 4.
Urbandale outscoring Dowling 16-14 in that second quarter. Deleted at halftime, 33-32. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale. We'll take a 2-minute break. We have head coach Kristen Meyer from the Dowling girls basketball team, along with freshman Adrian Sears. Yes,
Miss Sears over here. She better be good. Her old man is pretty good. Head to the interviews. So let's zip up and let's be good tonight.
Are you going to keep your headset on? Or are you going to let me go fly solo?
No, I don't want to be part of this.
Yeah, I'm flying solo. I figured that. Thanks. Our halftime score in the boys contest, Urbandale 33, Dowling 32. The girls game won by Dowling 52-32. We'll have members of the Dowling coaching staff and Adrian Sears joining us at halftime. Matt Wilkin, if you would please give us a 2-minute break so we can reset. 2-minute break. We'll be back with halftime from the Urbandale gym on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for programming provided by Iowa Wealth Management, a fee-only investment advisory firm helping clients grow and protect their wealth, offering personalized investment strategies as well as financial and estate planning. Learn more at iowawealth.com, committed to creating peace and purpose in your finances.
Support for programming is provided by construction professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com.
Faith Check with Greg Yule on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
On this Faith Check, we're talking about tradition. For many Christians, tradition can be a sort of dirty word. This is probably because of Jesus' harsh words for the traditions of the Pharisees, who added unnecessary rituals and ignored the weightier matters of God's law. But some traditions can be good and helpful in our spiritual journey. Things like putting up a nativity scene, praying the rosary, or fasting. These are traditions with a small t. They aren't doctrines, but they're customs we do as Catholics to help us draw closer to God. Catholics also speak of sacred tradition with a capital T. This is the very message of Christ that has been faithfully handed down to us from the apostles. For example, in 2 Thessalonians 2:15, St. Paul says to stand firm and hold to the traditions you were taught by us, either by word of mouth or by letter. Here, Scripture itself is teaching that the Word of God can come to us both through written Scripture and oral tradition. Either way, we are to receive it equally as God's Word. For a synopsis of sacred tradition today, pick up your copy of the Catechism of the Catholic Church. This is Greg Yule for Faith Check.
Don't miss the pre-Lenten mission, Hearing God's Voice, February 1st through the 3rd at St. Patrick's in Clear Lake. Jonna Schuster of Catholic Revival Ministries will help you discover his language and yours, along with how to keep the conversation going. Details at stpatrickcommunity.com.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
Hi, this is Father Chris Hartshorn from Sacred Heart Parish in West Des Moines. Thanks for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
Urbandale South Gym. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale. We're here at halftime of the boys contest. Dowling and Urbandale. Urbandale leads Dowling 33-32 in the boys contest. Now joined by head coach Kristen Meyer of the Dowling girls basketball team. In game one, the Dowling girls a winner of 52-32. And freshman, another freshman up here.
Yeah, just bringing them up, throwing them in the fire.
Wow. Adrian Sears. Welcome. Adrian, you can't nod your head. This is radio. You could do that with your dad on TV 13. Her dad, Todd John Sears, Dowling grad. And Adrian, welcome. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
The first
Big 1-5 today on a game day, right? How great is that?
You haven't even got your license yet.
I have my permit right now.
Okay.
Oh, so she drives. Don't you worry.
Oh, okay. I was wondering how all these freshmen get to practice in school. School permit. I should remember that.
Yep.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the win. You brought the birthday girl up here. She had a nice game.
Yeah.
I like some of the things that she was trying to do. You had her hands in the ball a lot tonight, other than Katie Moeller. That's good to see. You got to find another ball handler as we progress to next week, Valley and Centennial. So always good to see that.
Yeah, I thought Adrian did a nice job tonight, attacking and then either a retreat dribble or kind of go along the baseline, find some shooters. They're kind of clogging up the lane. When we would drive, so we had some shooters open. Adrian did a nice job finding people, and she hit a couple threes, made a couple shots around the rim, so she had a good night overall.
She did. Finished with 11 points. 2 for 2 at the free throw line. I think I have you circled. She's your leading free throw shooter on the year, so she is 18 out of 21.
Not too bad.
You spend a lot of time in the backyard or the gym shooting a lot of free throws, Adrian?
Yeah, I usually end every workout with at least 25 to 30 free throws shot.
Okay. So if you and your dad are in the backyard shooting, who's going to make the most in a row?
Definitely me.
That's the right answer. That is the right answer.
He's not here to defend himself,
well,
though.
He's not listening. He's not listening, I'm sure.
I'll put my money on Adrian, though.
I will, too. Awesome. What do you think about this group? You've got a nice team this year. You've had some great games. Played teams from 4 different states that we agree on? Arkansas, Minnesota, Wisconsin, or Nebraska, and Arkansas and Missouri. So,
and then Iowa. So that's technically 5.
5 different states. It's like a grand tour. You start in Minnesota, and you go down to southern or up northern Missouri, Ozarks, and you're a freshman at Dowling. Who does that? Talk about that experience. Those bus rides got to be fun, Adrian.
Yeah, they sure are. I'm really glad that we went and played different teams, because sometimes when you play local competition, it can get really repetitive. So it was nice to go find some new teams to play, and in the new tournament in Missouri, we played 2 teams, top one in Missouri and top one in Arkansas, and they were pretty competitive against us. And then when we played Hopkins and Creighton Durham Hall at the beginning of the season, those were definitely good games to start with, and they really got us kind of figuring out how our season was going to go.
I'm sitting here, Coach Meyer, and it's like, this is her freshman year. Are you going to raise the bar or keep it the same in her sophomore, junior, and senior year at Dowling with Miss Sears and the rest of the freshmen?
As far as taking trips and things?
Yes.
Well, there's a rule that you can only go in a surrounding state. So one team that we played that was playing in Missouri, we had played them this summer, Incarnate Word, who's out of St. Louis. They were headed to Hawaii a couple weeks after we played. And, one of our kids, hey, can we go to Hawaii? Sorry, the girls' union says you have to play in a surrounding state.
Yeah.
So we've already got our Minnesota booked again.
That's great.
We're going to play the Johnston one. I think we'll play a Nebraska team, and I'm hoping to get into the Sophie Cunningham Classic next year, which is in Missouri, second Saturday in January. So I got some connections. We'll fix that.
St. Louis or Kansas City for that one?
It'd be Columbia.
Oh, Ellie Muller will be a freshman down there.
Yeah, I know. That works out pretty well, doesn't it?
It sure does. Might have somebody come in and talk at halftime. You never know.
Exactly.
We're at halftime of the boys contest here at Urbandale, CIML conference matchup. Urbandale leading Dowling 33-32, but earlier tonight the Dowling girls a winner 52-32. We're joined by Adrian Sears, Dowling freshman, second leading scorer tonight behind Ellie Muller, and your starter as a freshman. How do you got the three Muller sisters, then it's you and Maddie Rice. So I just say the three Muller sisters and Maddie Rice and Sears. But you guys all play well together, and you've had some great battles. Talk about, the transition from 8th grade to varsity basketball, Adrian, and what you've been through thus far.
I remember when I first came into the high school season, my biggest question was, what's the biggest difference between high school and AAU ball? And a lot of people responded with the pace, the teamwork, and just the game in general. And then as practice went on, the help from the upperclassmen, with their support throughout practice as we continue to get better, it just helped me become more comfortable with the team as the season started. You're looking
more and more comfortable each game, more and more confidence. You belong out there. Number one, not to be told that, you belong out there. And number two, just go out and play. And you're going to get that chance second time around now with all the teams, and you're playing Valley on Tuesday night. Kind of looking forward to that game?
Yeah, especially it'll be at Valley, so it'll be a pretty intense environment.
Sure will. Coach, what do you know about this? You see her every day in practice. We see her on Tuesday and Friday nights for the most part. This young lady is just awesome and comes from an awesome family, too.
Yeah, Adrian's been such a big addition to our team this year, especially, losing those seniors last year and some ball handling. And Katie Muller, along with Adrian, do the majority of it for us, which is not an easy job. It's not an easy task in the CIML, and you're seeing a lot of pressure. And you're playing against some D1 athletes every night. So Adrian's filled that role for us of taking care of the ball, knocking down threes. She's gotten so much better on her drives of being able to see defenders and see where open teammates are. And some of that's a feel, and some of that you just need reps at. So that's been really good. I think defensively she's really come along quickly. You go from middle school where you're kind of just playing defense. Whoever's near you guard.
That's right.
We've got a scouting report. We've got specific roles you need to fill. And Adrian's done a really, really nice job of just knowing what her job is and making sure she does it on the defensive end.
Coach, thanks for bringing her up here. Appreciate that. Adrian, on your birthday, shout out. Anybody out there in Radio Land listening that you want to pay mention to?
I'm not sure if many people I know are listening, but I'll give a shout out to my parents, my team, and then just everyone who supports me.
Great. Now Coach Meyer's going to have a shout out. The town of Olwine and then some, right? See?
Yeah. Parents Mike and Kay back in Olwine, they're always watching, listening. They love paying attention to our games, so shout out to them.
Absolutely. Ladies, thanks for coming up here. Congratulations on the win. And we'll see you Tuesday night as a 6-game road trip for the radio people ends Tuesday. Then we're home the rest of the year.
Tuesday will be our 15th game. We've only had 2 home games. So you can complain about your road schedule. You can go ahead and look at ours, sir.
Well, you play out of state a lot.
I know. So. Well, we get 6 home games in a row to finish the season, so we'll take it.
There you go. Coach, thank you. Adrian, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Adrian Sears, Kristen Meyer visit with us at halftime. We'll take a 1-minute break. Come back to the second half. Dowling trailing 33-32 to Urbandale in the boys contest. Back in 1 minute on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
This is Dale Ahlquist with a Chesterton Minute. Have you ever ever noticed what happens when people set out to destroy the church? They don't destroy the church, but they manage to wreck everything else. G.K. Chesterton says men who begin to fight the church for the sake of freedom and humanity end up flinging away freedom and humanity if only they may fight the church. The secularists have not managed to destroy divine things, but they have destroyed secular things. Thanks to the war against the church, the world is a mess. We have more disorder, more distress, more discontent than ever before. And that's why we must defend the faith. By defending God's truth, we are defending all truth. By defending the church, we are saving the world. Want more than a minute? Chesterton.org.
Welcome back to the Urbandale Gym. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale, halftime. It's 34-33 now. Dowling with the lead. Urbandale led by 1 at halftime, but Dowling with a basket by Charlie Crane to start the third quarter leads it by 1. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale, Matt Wilkham, our studio producer, as Dowling with the ball as they switch ends of the floor. Dowling going right to left towards the south end basket. Maddox Capola for 3, up good, right in front of the Dowling bench. Maddox with his first 3. And the Maroons now lead by 4 here, Jimmy.
Rhythm shooting by Maddox Capola. Talking to the coaches before the game, Maddox has been red hot in practice as they've worked on this zone, hitting his three-point shots. And a couple of them haven't gone down tonight until this one. And it'd be nice to see him get red hot.
Now Urbandale the other way. A three-pointer good by Jackson Sturdivant. Just his 5th of the year, but in his first 3 of the night. 37-36, Dowling by 1. Maroons trailed at halftime, 33-32. Urbandale outscoring Dowling 16-14 in the second quarter. And now Nate Jenkins, corner 3, up and no good. Ball rolls off the rim, rebounded by Sturdivant.
Urbandale, 3 guys blocking out, and I'm sure that was a message given at half. As Dowling out-rebounded them 20-8 in the first half.
Here's Burns with a shot, and it's blocked by Charlie Crane. Uncontested layup good by Maddox Capola. Burns running on Urbandale. We saw the Jayhawks do that in the first half to Dowling after made baskets, Jimmy.
A couple times. I mean, the transition has been tough for the Maroons as they got a block shot on Martins to end the first half and a run-out layup to go up by 1. Urbandale did. And the Maroons come out pretty hot here in the second half.
All right, here is Quentin Teeter with it. He'll launch the 3. Good. Right over Alfred Coley, top of the key.
I mean, that had to have been 8 feet beyond the three-point arc, and it's almost by the volleyball lines, as we would say it.
Teeter now with 17 made threes. He had 1 in the first quarter. He's got 12 points. And now Dowling the other way. A shot no good. Rebounded by Noah Martins. Out to Capola. Right winger goes to Jenkins. And Jayhawks in the zone. Underneath to Crane. He leaves it for Coley. And a foul called on Hardison. And Davis will pick up his 3rd foul. With 4:53 to go here in the third quarter, we're tied at 39. And Dowling a nice little high-low with Crane and Coley.
As the Maroons have executed that play, finding Crane around the free throw line and then back-cutting Coley along the baseline, has found, 3 baskets tonight, and Maroons cannot buy a free throw as I have them 0 of 4 right now.
You are right, and that's all Coley. Alfred's 0 for 4. He's been the only Dowling player at the free throw line. Urbandale 2 out of 4 at the line tonight. You got most of your statistics in yet?
I think I got them. I mean, not being able to see the scoreboard and the scoring.
And there's a free throw good. It breaks this. Comes off the snide.
Makes it a little bit tougher, but I think it all comes out of hot shooting both teams. Both teams made 5 3-pointers in the first half. Both shot over 40%.
So Coley has 11 points. It's 40-39 Dowling, and now Urbandale turns the ball over, and the Maroons in the front court with the basketball. Dowling in their road maroon jerseys, white numbers, black trim. Urbandale in their home whites. Now they low, high-low to Coley, and he loses the control of the basketball. Sturdivant with the steal. Jackson Sturdivant. Now a backdoor cut, stolen away by Jenkins of Dowling. Both teams turnovers are adding up. Martins for three, good in the right corner. Noah Martins, his first 3 points of the night.
Actually, that's his second three-pointer. Hit his first shot early in the first half. Came back all smiles and really haven't found another one until that time. 2 3-pointers from Martins on the night.
And he has 6 points and a timeout on the floor by Urbandale. 43-39, Dowling by 4. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. I want to thank our supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio. Fast Signs in Clive, along with Skeffington's Formal Wear, the Catholic Tuition Organization, and Construction Professionals. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale. Dowling by 4 with 3:54 left to go here in the third quarter. Up next for the Maroons, they travel to Valley, their final road game for a while. And a week from tonight, Dowling will have back at home for only their third home game of the year. They'll host Ankeny Centennial 1 week from tonight. For Urbandale, Tuesday night they travel to Ankeny Centennial, and then they're off next Friday. They don't have a bye, and then 2 weeks they'll play at Waukee Northwest on January 27th. So look ahead for both teams, and we're underway. And a timeout there by Coach Phil King, trying to get his team reset. And now a long three, good by Sturdivant, and he does. Sturdivant's been hurt a lot. He's been injured throughout his career, and he's healthy tonight, and he knocked down a three to cut it to 1. And now Jenkins for 3 is good. My goodness, they're just launching
back in the left corner
after shot. Nathan with his third 3 of the night, and he's got 10 points.
I was going to go on Coppola there.
Now Urbandale the other way, and Coppola picks up the foul. That's his second. As Coppola and Jenkins come out. And for the first time tonight, I didn't see Sam Ralston in the game the first half, but he's in here now. Ralston, a 6-foot junior in the Dowling lineup, along with Keyless. And now a corner 3, good by Pargin. Are they going to give me 2 or 3?
I think it was a 2.
So he was on the line. 46-45. It would have tied the game, so we'll give him 2. Maroons with the basketball, leading by 1 at the 3-minute mark here in the third quarter. Keyless with it. Out to Martins. Pull up 3 is no good. Rebound. The big guy in there for Dowling. Evan Mitchell checking in, giving Charlie Crane a break. Martins on the baseline. Leads for Keyless for 3. Up and no good. Rebound Urbandale. Burns with the rebound. His lead pass stolen away by Keyless. There's Ralston underneath. His shot up and good. The basket will count, and a foul on Urbandale. I think Corrado's is going to be whistled for the foul. We'll see. And he is. What a move by Ralston.
What a tremendous play by Sam Ralston. You know, so many times, the Maroons are fighting themselves with an open three-point shot. Ralston had an open three-point shot, gives a good pump fake. His defender gets out of position. Hard drive to the left and converting the layup. Potential and 1. Great play by Ralston.
Ralston with his first basket of the night. Free throw good. Now the Maroons made their last 2 free throws after going 0 for 3 in the first half. They're now 2 out of 3 here in the second half. So Ralston with 3 points. 49-45, Dowling by 4. The Maroons have led by as many as 8 points in the first half. Urbandale's led by 2 in this contest. Jayhawks with it. Teeter dribbles through traffic and now retrieves the basketball after nearly losing it. Skip pass over to Sturdivant. Now they work the right block. Corrado's underneath. His turnaround shot over Mitchell is no good, and a rebound out to Dowling. There's Martins with it. Under 2 minutes to play, and Dowling by 4. Get the ball in the corner to Ralston. They catch on the perimeter. Ralston for 3. It's up, no good. Offensive rebound, put back good by Evan Mitchell. Strong move by the sophomore.
Just understanding his role. Mitchell's attacking the glass on a missed shot there for the offensive rebound and the putback. That's a big basket by Mitchell.
Sure is. Just Dowling a 6-point lead. Minute and a half to go. Now a little high-low game and a bounce pass underneath and a layup good. Nice pass that time as Pargin found Corrados. Sophomore with his first bucket. 51-47 Dowling. Earlier tonight, the Dowling girls a winner 52-32 over the Urbandale girls. Here's Keyless with it against the zone. It's a 2-3 zone for Urbandale. Coley back in for the Maroons. He's in the post along with Evan Mitchell. Now here is Martins with it. We got 3 seconds in the lane on Dowling. Maroons were expecting a shot, and they probably should have took one there, and somebody got caught in the lane.
It's just a suffocating zone, and then Coach Steele King has worked so hard. And if you can play zone, if you understand your roles in the zone defense, it can be such a great advantage because not many teams play zone around the CIML and Central Iowa for that matter, and it could be a great advantage for this Urbandale team moving forward.
All right, final 50 seconds of the third quarter. Dowling leading by 4, 51-47 over Urbandale. Jayhawks come in with a record of 6-3, ranked 9th. Dowling's record 10-1, ranked 3rd in Class 4A. Second time around for these two teams. Dowling won the first meeting, 67-54 at the Dowling Gym back in early December. And now the Jayhawks work it around. 3-pointer no good by Teeter. Rebound Dowling. And now Maroons get loose, and Charlie Crane throws it home. And the Maroons back up to a 6-point lead on Crane's 11th point.
That time the Maroons playing transition. Working the ball back into the front court and taking advantage of Urbandale's slow movement, getting back on defense.
All right, Martins picks up the foul as the Jayhawks. Dowling did have a foul to give in the final 15 seconds, and Martins with the foul. And now substitution for Dowling. Leighton Oldfield, your football guys getting in, the tight end.
I don't think Leighton was ready for that call. 15 seconds, they're going to put a defensive player in there.
Yeah, it's offense-defense time.
Take Martins out.
And Noah comes out with 2 fouls. 12 seconds remaining. Urbandale with the ball. Teeter with it. Right wing, the pass goes to Sturdivant. Sturdivant, pass underneath, gets it to Corredas. His shot no good. Charlie Crane there. Rebound Dowling. And a half-court shot by Capola is no good. And we come to the end of the third quarter with the score. Dowling Catholic 53, Urbandale 47, alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale back with the fourth quarter in 1 minute along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for programming is provided by Construction Professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. CPCustomHomes.com.
Iowa Catholic Radio is supported by our listeners and business underwriters as we connect listeners to Christ while bridging the gap between the church and the marketplace, seeking God in both. If you own a business that you'd like to use to help further this mission, email Deacon Mark at iowacatholicradio.com. And we encourage you to thank the many businesses who choose to underwrite programming on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Your presence is vital as we participate in the church and the marketplace, seeking God in both. Iowa Catholic Radio offers your parish, school, or faith-based organization Eucharistic Miracles of the World. This Vatican-approved exhibit was designed and created by St. Carlo Acutis. Email contact at iowacatholicradio.com for details.
And we're back here at the Urbandale Gym. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale. Dowling outscoring Urbandale in that third quarter 21-14 after the Maroons trailed by 1 at halftime. Dowling 2 of 6 at the free throw line. They went 2 of 3 in that third quarter. Urbandale 2 of 4.
I had the Maroons 5 of 5 from the field.
In that quarter?
In that quarter.
Yeah, they had some hot shooting as the Maroons overcame a 1-point deficit they had at halftime. And now Dowling with 4 of their 5 starters out there, or all 5 starters out there, and a long 3. Good by Nathan Jenkins. Maroons worked that to break down that zone, and they did.
Jenkins again getting loose on that 3-point shot. That's his 4th tonight.
Got him for 4. He has 13 points. 14 points, and now a shot by Urbandale is no good. Dowling with the rebound. Noah Martins as the Maroons back to their starting 5. Noah Martins, Maddox Capola, Nathan Jenkins, Charlie Crane, and now for Coley. Now here's a steal by Teeter. Lead pass to Pargin, and he'll slam it home. Maroons get careless with the basketball, and I know, Jimmy, you've talked about that. And Pargin slams it home, and he's got 14. 56-49 Dowling. Now with some foul on the Jayhawks. They're going to get Teeter for the foul, and that'll be his first. First foul of the fourth quarter on either team, and a timeout. Dowling. We'll keep it here. 6:51 to go here in the fourth quarter. Our score, Dowling 56, Urbandale 49 in this boys CIML game. And Jimmy, we got a little extended time here. Let's talk about this.
So, and we talked about rebounding.
Rebounding and turnovers. I want to know.
The Maroons really cleaned things up coming out of the half. Only had 2 turnovers in that third quarter. They have 12 for the game, dominating again on the rebounds. I had them through 3 quarters with 29 total rebounds to Urbandale's 10.
See, and that's the differential before the game. Urbandale comes in averaging 22 rebounds a game and 11 turnovers. Dowling averaging 34.5 rebounds and 11 turnovers. That is a big differential, and that is something that they don't have. Urbandale hasn't found an answer to.
And it's been a combination of offensive rebounds and limiting Urbandale to one-shot possessions as they dominate the defensive side of the rebound. So Maroons just got to take care of the basketball, find good shots. I mentioned they went 5 for 5 from the field. From the three-point range, they hit 4 of 8 from three-point range in that third quarter. So, hot shooting in the third quarters by the Maroons, great rebounding, took care of the basketball. If they can continue that recipe here in the fourth, they should find a good success at the end.
All right, Jayhawks coming off the timeout, or Dowling coming out of the timeout, has the basketball at half court. There's Martins with it. And the Maroons stay with their starting 5. Jenkins, Martins, Capola, Crane, and Coley. And now Crane nearly lost it, but he got out of the back. And Urbandale staying in that 2-3 zone as they're packing in against Coley. This is part of the basketball phrase, seek the open gap. Now, here is Martins for 3. Banks it off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound, Dowling and Jenkins.
A forced three-pointer by Martins.
You got to pass, and
25 feet.
And then there's you don't stand at X. You got to seek the open gap and work the offside. And Dowling's trying to move the ball around. 56-49 Dowling. And here's Capola for 3, no good. And grazes the side of the rim, out of bounds to Urbandale with under 6 minutes to play. Should be quite the finish here.
Maroons are just not finding a way to move the ball around and make that zone defense work. Urbandale's keeping the ball to one half of the court, and keeping the ball there. All 5 guys are able to defend.
There's Teeter, a fadeaway jumper against Coley, no good. Tip, no good, and a whistle and a foul on Crane as Pargin came in and did a nice job. Check that. It was Burns coming in, offensive glass, and a foul will be on Charlie Crane, his first. And free throws coming for Caden Burns, who got Urbandale started with 2 3-pointers in the first quarter, and we haven't heard from Caden since, and he'll get 2 free throws here.
I mentioned 21 out of 28 free throws by the Maroons in the first game. Tonight, just 2 of 6.
First free throw no good. Second free throw good. 7 points now for Caden Burns. 56-50, Dowling by 6. Maroons are trying to make it a doubleheader win on the road. Dowling girls a winner earlier. Now we got a whistle and a foul as the Maroons are setting their offense. And that'll be on Quentin Teeter, his second.
Be interesting talking to Coach Einerson at the end of the game and talking about how they prepared for the zone. What was the strategy in attacking the zone? They've had some success working the ball into Crane at the top of the free throw line and then finding back cuts, and you just haven't seen a lot of that here in this second half.
Dowling will take on Waukee at the end of the month at the Dowling Gym on January 30th, and members of the coaching staff for Waukee here tonight. 56-50, Dowling. They work underneath the Crane. A shot up and no good, and Coley trying to come in, and a whistle and a foul. Now words being exchanged. Teams know each other well. Pargin being the peacemaker, and it gets everybody calmed down.
I used to love high school basketball. I mean, it was just so. Coley's coming in hard for the offensive rebound right as the whistle blows on the foul on Crane and draw some contact on.
Fouls on Burns. That's his first. Free throw up and good by Crane. Charlie now 1 for 1 at the line tonight. Second free throw, no good. Rebound Urbandale. 57-50 Dowling. 5:15 remaining, fourth quarter. Maroons by 7. Here's Urbandale. Hardison for 3. It's in and out, no good. Tipped by Burns, no good. And a whistle and a foul on Dowling. You're going to get Coppola with the foul, and that'll be an out of bounds. Maddox with his third. Now we'll get Keyless off the bench. As we approach the 5-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Hardison will inbound the ball underneath his own basket. Leaves it for Pargin for 3. It rolls off the rim, no good. And Charlie Crane with the rebound. Dowling with the ball, and here's Jenkins with it. Jenkins running the point. And it's like that 2-1-2. Underneath Crane, layup good! Urbandale changed their defense from a 2-3 to a 2-1-2, and the basket goes as they found Charlie Crane.
Well, the Maroons mixed it up that time. This time they had Jenkins at the point bringing the ball down. Finds a nice easy bounce pass to Crane in the middle of the lane. But Crane's ability to take the ball hard downhill, attacking that zone, draws a foul and one.
And the free throw, no good. Offensive rebound, Coley, and he puts it up and in. Alfred with his 16th point tonight, and we've got a timeout on the floor with Dowling by 11, their largest lead of the night for the Maroons, 61-50. Dowling over Urbandale with 4:49 remaining in the fourth quarter. We'll return after this 1-minute break along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
The Catholic Tuition Organization, your sponsor today, supports worthy students wanting a Catholic education. Gifts to CTO are first monies applied to tuition expenses in the Diocese of Des Moines. That means other sources of support will go further. Donations to CTO earn a 75% Iowa tax credit. If you give $1,000, you receive a tax credit of $750. Pledge or donate online at ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their futures.
Get your team together and come to St. John the Apostle in Norwalk for Trivia Night, Saturday, January 24th. Doors open at 6, game begins at 6:30. Tables are $140 for up to 8 players. To register, call the parish office at 515-981-4855.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
Hi, this is Sister Mary of the Visitation from the Servants of the Lord and the Virgin of Matara. Thanks for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
Welcome back to the Urbandale Gym. And now the Jayhawks coming out of the timeout. Layup up and good by Teeter. Quentin Teeter with his 14th point. He and Jack Pargin with 14 each for Urbandale unofficially. And now whistling a foul as Dowling gets the ball in the front court. 61-52. And Teeter picks up the foul. That's his third. And 5 team fouls. So the Maroons in the bonus with 4.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. The automatic 2-shot bonus.
This is where they made their lunch in the first meeting, is at the free throw line. They got to the foul. They got to the 5th foul early in those quarters, and continued to get to the free throw line as Urbandale fouled, and see if the Maroons can do something similar here in the fourth quarter, taking advantage of this.
Jenkins hits the first free throw. Nate Jenkins, 6'1", senior for Dowling. Second one on the way. Good. Jenkins 2 for 2. Dowling 3 out of 4 at the free throw line here in the fourth quarter, as they were just 2 of 6, Jimmy, going into the fourth quarter. They were 0 for the first half at the free throw line, 0 for 3. Kind of rebounded here. 63-52, Dowling by 11. 4:15 to go here in the fourth quarter. In the lane, Teeter, and he loses the basketball. They get it to Crane. They'll leave it for Coley. His layup is up and good, and they're going to wipe it off. A charging foul called on Coley, and the Urbandale players help him up. Alfred whistled for his first foul.
Ooh, that's a tough one. And we don't have the greatest angle up here, but you know the Maroons bigs running the court well. Crane finding Coley, ripping down the right side. I didn't think he took that charge on square, and
that was a tremendous unselfish possession for Dowling. Unfortunately, it ended in a charge. And now Burns gets loose underneath, and he shoots and scores. He's got 9 points. 63-54, Dowling by 9, 3:50 remaining. 5 team fouls on Urbandale. Underneath, they get it to Coley, and the ball is tipped from behind, out of bounds to Dowling. Alfred put the ball on the floor instead of just going right up, and he had the ball poked away. It'll be Dowling possession with 23 in the shot clock, Jimmy.
He was just a little far away from the basket that he really couldn't make a move without dribbling, and that time put the ball on the ground, these young guys are going to find ways to deflect it.
And here's Crane, a shot off the glass on the inbounds play. It's no good. Coley comes crashing in but missed the offensive rebound, and the rebound does come out to Urbandale. Jayhawks left to right in front of us towards the north basket here. Here's Pargin, three-pointer in the corner, no good. Coley with the rebound for Dowling. Dowling by 9 and the basketball with 3.5 to go. Let's see if they can milk some clock here. Urbandale's got to come out of that zone here momentarily, Jimmy. You would think. It's nope, 1-3-1 it looks like.
Well, the shot clock, allows them to stay in the zone for a little bit longer than you would expect.
They're matched up man now. So, because Crane just went for a high post screen and his man followed him. So, man-to-man by Urbandale. They had to abandon the zone with 3 minutes to play. Jenkins with it, 8 on the shot clock. Nathan between the circles, guarded by Teeter. Nathan backs in, gets in the corner. Coley for 3. It's off the rim, no good. And the rebound, Hardison. Alfred was out there. He made 3 about a week ago tonight. He made 3. And now somebody gets loose, and that's Hardison getting loose. Layup good.
The Maroons are not matching the defense there. I believe it was Martin. Martins who got caught baseline.
9 points for Hardison. 63-56. And underneath Coley, his shot no good. And Crane fouls it in, but they're going to wipe off the shot. Foul on Urbandale. And that'll be on Pargin, his first.
That's when free throws mean a whole lot. That's when you shoot extra free throws at the end of practice. Being up 7 here with 2.5 minutes to go in the game, these big free throws are converting them.
Alfred struggled tonight at the line, made his last free throw. See if he can do it. First one up, no good. 62% free throw shooter, and he is struggling tonight. He went 0 for 3 in the first half, and now he's 1 for 3 here in the second half. Second one on the way, short. Ball slapped around, and Urbandale comes away with it. And that is Hardison with it. 63-56, Dowling by 7. Underneath, a shot blocked. That is Teeter's shot that is blocked. Or rather, Burns had the shot blocked by Charlie Crane. Ball slapped around, and we got a whistle in the back court. Officials trying to sort it out. Foul on Noah Martins. That'll be his third. And the 14th foul on Dowling. Out of bounds Urbandale. Underneath their own basket. They lob it into Teeter. Guarded by Coley. Dowling stays man-to-man. Burns with it. Now out to Hardison. To Teeter. Tries a dribble drive. Can't do it. Now Burns for 3. Good.
Big.
Top of the key for 3, and Burns with 12 points.
Got the defense off balance with the pump fake pass and stepped in and hit a knockdown to 3-point shot. Big shot by Burns, cutting it to 4.
63-59. Dowling's been empty, and now underneath, but Cappola's shot is blocked, but nice feed that time from Charlie Crane. A little high-low to Cappola, who cut, and a foul on Urbandale to be on Pargin, his second, and free throws coming from Maddox Cappola.
Well, the Maroons staying aggressive. Once they start playing back and slow and run some clock is when they're running into some problems. That's just not the type of team they are. Continue to attack. Backcourt cut by Maddox Cappola, drawing the foul and converting the first free throw.
Maddox, a 50% free throw shooter on the year, makes the first free throw. Timeout on the floor. And our officials tonight, Jason Ollins, TJ Augustine, and Tyler Hovick. And they say it's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. I'll give you a chance to talk here, Mr. Cataldo. With 1:48 to go, Dowling by 5. And Maroons have one more free throw left, and now the strategy time coming in here.
I think the biggest thing right now is, what are they talking defensively? How are they going to handle the much more aggressive pace that Urbandale is bringing, at least on the offensive side of the court? So the Maroons are going to have to lock up their defense. Are they going to talk about switching? Are they going to come over to give some help? Because you look at Hardison, you look at Teeters, and you look at Pargin. All 3 of those guys can beat their guy off a dribble right now. And how are they going to help that defense if that occurs? And I think that's a lot of what's going on in the defensive side of or huddle for the Maroons as how they're going to defend Urbandale.
Our thanks to the fine folks here at Urbandale. Athletic Director Jared Power, Connor Legrone, Carter Malam. Second free throw good by the captain, Maddox Cappola. He's 2 for 2 tonight at the free throw line, has 7 points. Dowling 65, Urbandale 59 with 1:40 to play.
Looks like the Maroons are switching on the picks.
Underneath, dribble drive is Pargin, now kicks it out. For 3, it's no good by Burns. Rebound Dowling and Cappola. Maddox with some big rebounds and points here in the final minute.
I can't remember how many second chance shots Urbandale has gotten because the Maroons are crashing the board.
All right, here's Coppola with it. Kind of a little keep away between Jenkins, Coppola, and Noah Martins. Noah dribbles between a couple of defenders. Minute 10 to play. 10 on the shot clock. There's Martins between the hash, and he's being chased. They won't foul him. Underneath to Coley, and he nearly lost it. Now the ball loose on the floor and a tie-up, and it'll be Urbandale possession. So a turnover statistically for Dowling with a minute to play here in the fourth quarter. Dowling by 6, Urbandale basketball.
I like the Maroons picking up the press. Don't allow Urbandale to get an advantage. Step in 3. Wow.
No good by Teeter from the top of the key. Rebound, Dowling.
I think if you're Urbandale, you're going to beg the Maroons to feed the ball into Coley. Once the ball goes there, then you got to foul.
And now a whistle and a foul, as I think Charlie Crane will go to the line. Foul on Urbandale. Whistled on Hardison, his 4th. Davis Hardison, 6'3" senior. His dad, John, assistant coach with head coach Clay Field King in his 3rd year here at Urbandale. And Charlie Crane's free throw good. Charlie tonight 2 out of 3 at the line, has 14 points unofficially. 66-59, Dowling by 7. Second free throw coming. In and out, no good, and a rebound Urbandale. Hardison with the rebound, takes it down court. Leaves it for Burns. Underneath, reverse layup, no good by Teeter, and a rebound Dowling. Here's Charlie Crane in the front court. Gets it over to Coppola with 25 seconds to go. And now Jenkins triple teamed. And we got a 30-second timeout called by Dowling. We'll keep it here. The Maroons lead it by 7, 66-59, and Dowling 24 seconds from overcoming their loss Tuesday night to Waukee Northwest, as the Maroons get a road win here. And the Maroons have won 4 of their last 5 meetings with Urbandale, and they're going to make it 5 out of 6 here in 24 seconds if they can hang on.
I think a good timeout by Coach Einertson allows him to substitute in Gio Keelis, get another free throw shooter into the game.
Yeah, good point. Gio's the best free throw shooter at 77%. And it's not who starts, as you mentioned earlier, it's who finishes, and he needs to be finishing on that floor, especially with the lead, and almost go to a 4-guard offense with, and they are, a 4-guard offense with Coley at center. They get in the backcourt to Keelis. He's going to be fouled by Corredos, or Sturdivant rather, and that'll be Jackson Sturdivant's 3rd foul, and Keelis to the line with 20 seconds to play. Well, the two teams know each other. We know that. They on the same team during the summer leagues, and really pretty good round of sportsmanship. Got a little heated there when Coley went in to throw down a missed shot that a foul was already called, and he landed on an Urbandale player, and I don't think
he lands on Burns, and I no ill intent at all by Coley there. Just playing aggressive.
Keelis makes both free throws. He has 8 points tonight.
But how many times do you play in the playground with your buddies and, at school, and, things get heated? I mean, shoot, we used to play those Sunday games.
At Phoenix Elementary School, yeah, I heard about those.
Really hot.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Then we went out and drove each other home at the end of the day.
That's because you had to. All right, 8 seconds to play. Urbandale with the ball, and a long fadeaway jumper, no good by Pargin. And they keep possession. The shot at the horn is good by Sturdivant. We'll give him credit for that. He's got 5 points. 68-61 the final. Dowling with the win, and they sweep the season series over Urbandale, as Dowling's record improves to 11-1, ranked 3rd in Class 4A, and for Urbandale, they'll fall to a record of 6-4, and the Jayhawks ranked 9th in Class 4A. So we will take a 2-minute break and come back with our post-game show. We hope to have head coach Justin Einertson on and maybe a player or two. So stay tuned for the post-game show alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Hamadale, and Matt Wilkham, our studio producer. We'll take a 2-minute break and return to the Urbandale gym. The final, the Dowling boys a winner 68-61 in Game 2 of our doubleheader. Earlier tonight, the Dowling girls a winner over Urbandale 52-32. Back in 2 minutes for the post-game show on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. AshworthVision.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com. 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
KIHS, Perry, KDVM, Mason City, KCSL, Spencer.
The radio home for your Dowling Catholic Maroons. 105.5 KIHS, Perry, Des Moines. IowaCatholicRadio.com and the Iowa Catholic Radio mobile app. Encounter Jesus.
It's the Catholic Morning Show with Bo Bonner, Matt Wilkham, Aiden Pugh, and Alexia Baker.
Coming up Monday, Pete Burak from Renewal Ministries talks about how to be a man on purpose. Jason Shanks highlights the colonial route of the 2026 National Eucharistic Pilgrimage. Plus, we'll catch up on all the news, weather, sports, and saint info to send you into the week.
If you miss a morning, you miss a lot. The Catholic Morning Show, weekdays at 7, only on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, helping you encounter Jesus.
Make Valentine's Day unforgettable with Bella Notte, a beautiful evening at the St. Luke's Green Gala, February 14th at the FFA Enrichment Center. Enjoy a family-style Italian dinner, live dessert auction, and silent auction, featuring live music by Nashville singer-songwriter Danica Ports. Cocktail hour begins at 5 p.m. Bella Notte, a beautiful evening, Saturday, February 14th at the FFA Enrichment Center in Ankeny, supporting St. Luke the Evangelist School. To get your tickets, visit slte.org.
Join host Katie Patrizio as she explores the original language, historical backdrop, cultural environment, and Old Testament context of the Scriptures, focusing on the upcoming Sunday readings. Sunday Dive, Wednesdays at 8 a.m. Central, only on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Urbandale Gym. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale. Final in the boys contest, Dowling 68, Urbandale 61. Dowling improves its record to 11-1 on the season, coming off a loss on Tuesday night to the Waukee Northwest Wolves, ranked second in Class 4A. Urbandale falls to 6-4. They're ranked ninth in Class 4A. Had a big win up in Ames earlier this month. And alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale, post-game, and you got all your totals done. That was quick.
That was. I mean, there was a lot of shots taken.
Oh, there was.
A lot of back and forth, turnovers, big, thing that we talked about, rebounds, incredible.
Well, the Maroons come out with the win, and they sweep the regular season series over Urbandale. The Maroons winning earlier this year, 67-54 earlier this season, back in December, 67-54 at the Dowling Gym. That kicked off our broadcast schedule, and tonight, as we start the second round through the CIML as the second season begins, and the Maroons sweep the series. And you got some of the numbers there, so go right through them. Jimmy, go right ahead before Coach Einertson gets up here with, I don't know if he's going to bring a player or not, but he usually does on a win, especially on the road.
Well, seeing we're up in the catbird seat, I don't know if they can find their way up here.
How'd you get up here? There's an elevator there. There's an elevator over there.
Coach Meyer showed me. But let me show you, the Maroons shot really well when they had a chance to really work their offense into the zone, shot really well tonight. I had them 54% shooting on the night, which included 10 of 26 from the three-point arc, 39 total rebounds to Urbandale's 17. Incredible job by the Maroons, both defensively and offensive rebounds. This is the kicker, 16 turnovers. Unofficially for the Maroons, 16 turnovers, and I had Urbandale for 8. So Maroons 54% shooting. I had them 10 of 19 from the free throw line. So the Maroons well-rounded tonight during that zone that you just don't see a lot of, but come away with the victory. For Urbandale, 39% shooting on the night, 9 of 21 from three. The Maroons held them down. Incredible three-point shooting team. Came out really cold here in the second half. The Urbandale Jayhawks did from three. 17 total rebounds, as I mentioned, 8 turnovers, 3 of 6 from the free throw line. I have Urbandale unofficially.
All right. As I got the numbers here, and I think they're pretty close, we'll go with them. I know you went and took a picture of the board, or they have it shut off.
It's shut off, but we're from the side. Normally we can look at the board and see, some of the player stats. And tough tonight, so I tell you, you're going to be on tonight. Better be good.
Well, we'll see. We'll start with The visitors from Dowling, the Maroons had, 3 players in double figures. I have Nate Jenkins, the leading scorer, with 16 points, followed by Charlie Crane with 15. 13 points for Alfred Coley. Rounding out scoring for Dowling, 8 points off the bench for Gio Keelis. Maddox Capola finishing with 7 points, and Noah Martins with 6 points. Sam Ralston off the bench with 3 points, and off the bench, Evan Mitchell with 2 points. I had Dowling 9 of 16 at the free throw line unofficially. And now for Urbandale, they had 3 players in double figures, led by Jack Pargin and Quentin Teeter with 14 points each, followed by Caden Burns with 12 points. 9 points for Davis Hardison, 5 points for Jackson Sturdivant. And off the bench, Charlie Corredos had 2 points, and Cade Yeager did not score for the Jayhawks, as they had them 3 out of 6 at the free throw line. As now we're joined by head coach Justin Einertson following Dowling's win tonight, 68-61. Coach, congratulations. How do you like our view up here calling the game? Because
like I said, it reminds me of
I got eagle eyes over here looking at the master scoreboard, and I'm just kind of.
This is rough.
This
reminds me of the tickets we bought, but always moved down from and got in trouble for at Miller Park. They were called the euchre seats, so $1. Seriously, if you came an hour early, $1 could sit wherever you wanted. But that's back when they were bad. Now they're great. So
you'll never do that now.
Nope.
You better buy the corporate box and get the specialty.
Nate's on his way up, just so you know. But he may not find us where we are.
Well, Coach Cataldo had to have directions. Did you take the elevator, Jimmy, to get up here? Because you can take the elevator.
He found
it. Is he always like that with you? My gosh.
I take it with a grain of salt. You got to understand the guy. I mean, he's the guy that he'll get on you, but then he'll beg you for a ride home because his car is broke down.
This is his way of love. It's like a Woodley thing, you know. This is how he knows he loves you.
That's a great example. The Woodleys. Great
Nailed
example. It. That is true. Well, Coach, what a game it was. The backyard brawl. Huh?
Knew it would be.
Yeah, and you kind of called it. And I'll tell you what, you had some pretty good performances. I'm impressed. And Jimmy's got it on the – we talked about the rebounding differential coming in just statistically. And Jimmy, would you have the rebounding edge tonight?
I had you unofficially 39 total rebounds. I thought your team did a tremendous job attacking the offensive rebounds, but holding Urbandale to one-shot possessions. I thought defensive rebounds were critical. I had us for 39 rebounds to Urbandale 17.
Yeah, that was a big focus. I mean, we talked about it since we started working towards this on Wednesday. You know, you really got to own the glass because we have no idea how well they're going to shoot the ball. And, even when they're contested, they're still as good as you get from 3. So I thought our guys did a really nice job locking in, not just rebounding and holding him to one shot, attacking the offensive glass, but we were, by my count, 6 for 6 or 7 for 7 in the paint in the first half, and we just wouldn't go there. You know, so the second half I thought was a really nice buy-in by the guys to get that ball inside, and made a big difference.
Well, you didn't have to go inside. You had to go inside, but Mr. Smooth over here, holy moly, 4 threes on the road. I haven't seen him shoot that well at home, I think. Oh, wait a second. We've only been home for 2 games this year.
I don't remember it.
Yeah.
I don't remember home.
Yeah,
they
exactly.
did a great job.
Nathan Jenkins, welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
On the win. And Coach Cataldo knows this. I call you, Smooth Nate. He's got that smooth shot. I know Einertson didn't teach you that. I know Nahas didn't teach you that. You probably learned it over at Johnson with the real good coaching staff over there before you came here, right?
Brian Frick?
Yep.
There you go. You got a nice shot, and you're ready to shoot. I like that. Talk about tonight and get prepared for your buddies here at Urbandale that you guys know so well.
Yeah, I mean, we know what we're going to have with our Urbandale. They run that zone. So I knew coming into the game there's going to be a lot of opportunities for some catch and shoots on the wing. Shot felt good in practice, so I just knew if it came to me during the game I was going to let it fly. And this gym, for some reason, I feel like I played good here, and it just felt good tonight, so I just kept letting it fly. And
that is awesome. I have you unofficially leading scorer at 16 points, but I'll tell you what, those 2 free throws you hit in the fourth quarter when they were trying to come back and it got the lead down to 5, Nate, those free throws were huge. That's probably your biggest points tonight. And talk about when you go to the line, game on the line, pressure, ice water in your veins, right?
Yeah, I mean, I stepped up to the line. I took a peek at the scoreboard.
Do you really?
I mean, yeah, I did. I knew it's probably important if I make them, but I knew if I missed, my guys would have my back on defense. We'd get a stop. So I knew even if I missed them, it wasn't going to be the biggest deal, but obviously it's nice to make both of them and give us a nice lead going into the.
So that's your routine. You get the ball, you go on the free throw line, you get 2, and you do your routine. You look up the scoreboard before you.
That was just on that particular.
Oh, okay.
So normally I just.
That's interesting
try
to hear
catch my
because
breath.
we've had so many games on the road. We've had a couple of these that came down to the last couple of minutes,
Sure.
and I just think of those free throws at Johnson that you hit down the stretch that were really big. So it's nice to have a guy that you can really lean on in tough moments. Down the stretch when they were back in that zone, we had him bringing the ball up just in case they tried to trap that. And yeah, we trust him immensely. So we're very fortunate to have the senior version of Nate Jenkins. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and I think your comfort level of just finding your role over there on the wing, it'd be on the left wing or the right wing, but finding yourself on the baseline, sitting there just waiting for your guys to kick the ball out. I think you have to be working on this shot time and time again to practice. But talk about that because I as I recall, you hit about 2 of those a game. Tonight you hit 4.
Yeah, I mean in practice we get a lot of those. Noah, it's pretty tough to guard in practice. So normally he blows by his defender, and then corners are usually where the defense helps from. So you get a lot of practice in the corners during practice. We get a lot of shots up during practice every day. So just starting to get a routine, starting to feel better as I shoot it every day. So the reps are just piling on. The in-game reps really help week after week. Taking it in the actual game helps a lot more. So
coming in as a captain, you guys, come off your first loss Tuesday night, being a leader of this team. What was the message around the guys throughout the last 2 days preparing for this one?
I mean, I thought the energy was pretty good the last few days at practice. Looking forward to this game. It was a big game. We can't really drop 2 in a row. We knew it was a big win if we came in here and got it done. So it was just rally, don't let us lose 2 in a row. But I thought the energy was really good this week in practice. We kind of just had a confidence coming into this game that was super, super good to see after a loss.
You're listening to the postgame show here on Iowa Catholic Radio following Dowling's win 68-61 over Urbandale in this boys contest. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, I'm Mark Amadale, along with head coach Justin Einerson of Dowling Catholic, and Nathan Jenkins visiting with us also. Coach, did you get concerned? We got a little sloppy at times. Both teams were aggressive with each other, back and forth, but there were times where you'd score, a nice 3 by Nate, and all of a sudden they go down and score, and all of a sudden nobody's running back. So what were some of the lapses that you saw with Dowling, and are they fixable?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of moments there where I think Kevin O'Hare is about to run out there and call a timeout himself, and I get that. I think, it's a double-edged sword, and we're really good at that other edge. Like sometimes when we make very aggressive full-court moves, it turns into a dunk or a wide-open 3 or an and 1. And honestly, we're so good at it that sometimes it can be a backbreaker when it works. So I think I don't really tell the guys this, but I let them play a little bit more than I would have last year, just because I have a little bit more faith in their ability to get it done. Now, we had 11 turnovers in the first half, something like that. I mean, this was a very high turnover game for us. That's always fixable. We were on a pretty nice run of low turnovers coming into this game. Even the Northwest game that wasn't very good was just not a terrible turnover game. So it's fixable. I think some of it's mental. You're taking on a zone that's really stretched up high. It's hard to get the ball through it and under it. So guys are really desperate to score in transition. I guess I don't mind that much. I mean, we're running like crazy. But if you're asking me if I want Charlie to get a rebound and run 45 feet with it, with 3 guys trying to steal it from him, no. But I do have a lot of faith that they're going to figure it out. And, if we end up, Brett Favre, we end up throwing a couple picks there, but we throw 6 touchdown passes, I'm going to live with it. Right, Cataldo?
It always comes back to that.
It always comes back to Brett Favre.
I use it.
Yeah, that is. One nice note tonight, Coach, you went 9 out of 16 at the free throw line after going 0 for 3 in the first half. I say that because you made 9. They only attempted 6 free throws. They went 3. So making more than what the other team attempts is a pretty good night, too, along with the rebounding.
And honestly, that was going to be hard to accomplish with the way their zone was set up. I mean, how many times did we change our zone offense? Like 4 times. Wow. I don't think I've ever tinkered that much in game with how do we beat this, because they're really, I'm sure it's planned, but it almost seemed random how they were moving. So it made it difficult to stick with one thing, because they're going to attach to that one thing and then take it away. So we had to keep changing it. And the guys did a really nice job in the third quarter, especially, of getting that ball down where we needed it, because we knew we had a major advantage down there.
Well, you don't face a whole lot of zone in this conference. You may see a little bit more in the girls and the boys, but I know the Kanaski brothers and Kinyas were here, and I know you got Waukee at the end of the month, so maybe they're going to put a zone in.
We know exactly when they're coming. We know when they're coming, so we'll get plenty of reps in games like this.
All right. You're listening to the post-game show on Iowa Catholic Radio. Jimmy, any final comments before these guys get back? Enjoy the weekend.
I think that's what makes Urbandale good, is they're unique in the fact that they can put on a zone like that, and you don't see that around this area. And I think Coach Theo King does a great job of getting those guys to buy in it. I think you guys, it challenged you guys tonight. I was going to ask you how you guys strategize to beat this zone over just having 2 practices to prepare, but understanding your comment there that you adjusted throughout. Not many coaches and teams are willing to adjust throughout the game.
That's true.
And understanding that's probably why you guys were so successful tonight.
If we see them in the playoffs, we'll spend more than the 12 minutes we did yesterday in zone offense. That's for sure. But they've been playing a lot more man lately, so we thought we'd at least see, maybe a quarter overall of it. And my gosh, we saw maybe 2 or 3 minutes of man, and then they went right through that thing. So and it's good to know.
There's different variations of it. Well, you came out a win, 1-1 this week, Saturday and Sunday and Monday.
1-0 every day, Mark.
Huh?
1-0 every day, Mark.
You've got to win the day. Yeah,
yep.
Win the day.
And he calls himself a Hall of Famer.
I don't call myself.
He set himself up for that.
What are you doing? I don't call myself anything. I just said I'm just trying to.
There's a reason why when you call, the name Hall comes up on my phone.
Because you put it in your phone. Nathan, I apologize for that. It's not fun to treat our guests that way with our inside little knowledge.
Keep shooting like this. He's going to get used to this, so you might as well get used to it.
Nathan, you want any shout-outs out there to the folks that may be listening on the post-game show, probably in their cars warming up, maybe scraping some snow off. I don't know if it did snow or not, but Nathan Jenkins, you got the floor.
Yeah, I mean, my grandparents were in attendance today, so it was awesome.
Oh, great. Awesome.
Still getting a lot of texts. A lot of uncles text me before every game, after every game. It's just, it really means a lot getting text. I don't know, it makes you feel good, and then it gives you confidence going into the game. You want to make them proud, and it's just awesome to get that support from everyone in the family.
That's awesome. That is a great testimonial. It tells you how many people that love you. And with me, it's like who put up with me. May not love me, but they put up with me. Right, Coach Cataldo? I can always count on Anderson. Even
I'm a big fan of that answer. I like that answer.
Yeah, I am too. Nathan, thank you. I mean, we might end the program with that. That's awesome. All right, you got Valley on Tuesday. And I know Valley's not Valley what they were last year, but it's like shooting that field house. And there is a difference between a gym and a field house, Mr. Cataldo. We worked on that. But your thoughts on playing at Valley on Tuesday night?
I mean, we know what happened last time we were there. To try to replicate that is an awesome experience. So, I mean, I think a lot of our guys are going to have confidence going into that gym and stepping on that court, trying to go 1-0 and stacking wins. Got to get back to 10 in a row.
There you go. All right, well, you're on your way. Thank you, Nate Jenkins. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
That'll wrap up our post-game show with Nathan and head coach Justin Anderson. Justin, have a good weekend. You're working hard. Keep working hard. Enjoy the family a little bit.
It is the first time I think I've seen Coach O'Hara get up off the bench and actually, start waving his hand and coach. And I'm like, is Henderson sitting down? And actually, you were hunched over kneeling. And I thought the staff in and of itself did really good at strategizing throughout that game. I thought your staff really gelled on that one.
We have the best staff I could ever ask for. Everybody has a very distinct role. They all nailed it today. We had a couple things we didn't get right as a unit when it came to defense or offensive rebounding balance because they like to leak guys, and we had 2 coaches all over it. So they make my job very easy, and in this league, this job is very difficult with all the prep that goes in, and I can't thank these guys enough for how much they do for us, so I feel very blessed.
I know Nicholson's going to get a little bit of sleep tonight. He was stressed out looking at the scout sheet.
That is a head coach in waiting.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable at what he does in the defensive end, so I'm very lucky.
We gave up 61 tonight. Is that good?
He's not going to feel very good about that.
He's not going to feel good about that.
No, he's not, but that's my guy right there. That's why we put him in that role.
Zach Nicholson, what a great job he does. He and O'Hara and even that Nahas guy, they all do pretty good. So.
Yep.
Coach, we appreciate it. We'll talk to you Tuesday. We'll be courtside, so Cataldo might be slipping Nahas some plays to run because we'll be right next to you at the Valley
We'll take anything we can get.
Hopefully they'll be workable this time. All right. Coach, thanks for joining us.
All right, thanks,
appreciate it. As Justin Ironson joined us here on the postgame show, we appreciate him and Nate Jenkins joining us. And we're going to take a final break of the night alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadeo. Thanks to Mike Burkert, who joined me for the girls' game. Final score in the boys' game, Dowling 68. Urbandale 61. Girls game won by Dowling also 52-32 over Urbandale. So a doubleheader sweep on the road for the Dowling girls and boys. Back in 1 minute for final thoughts from the Urbandale gym on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Fast Signs is a custom sign and visual solutions company with an extensive selection of digital signage, interior and exterior signs, banners, and vehicle wraps. Learn more at fastsigns.com. Thank you, Fast Signs in Clive, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Lumen Media of the Diocese of Sioux City Office of Communications will publish these features in the next Lumen Notes. Learn about a diocesan-wide Lenten book study, a young man thrives in his faith after a near-fatal accident, Manning's Sacred Heart Community Closet sees demand for assistance doubling, and a deacon's jail ministry in Boone. See this features and local parish and school news in the next Lumen Notes. And there's also a link to our latest Illuminating Catholics podcast.
Don't miss the pre-Lenten mission, Hearing God's Voice, February 1st through the 3rd at St. Patrick's in Clear Lake. Jonna Schuster of Catholic Revival Ministries will help you discover his language and yours, along with how to keep the conversation going. Details at stpatrickcommunity.com.
Tell all the people across the USA, I love my Green Bay Packers.
Oh, we got to cut that right now. I knew something was coming. I don't know the Packer song. If Einerson was around, he and Marcoulier and Maindering and all those Packers. Yeah, they're all Packer fans. Thanks, Matt Wilkham, our studio producer tonight. He's also on the morning show, 7 to 8, Monday through Friday on Iowa Catholic Radio with Bo Bonner. Brought out the Packer fight song. Good grief.
Awesome.
What time they play tomorrow, Jimmy?
Don't do that.
Oh,
that that's just poor taste. Especially, now that Coach Anderson's, can't hear you.
Well, he hears about me. They all do. I heard about that. All right, we're going to wrap things up. Final tonight, Dowling boys a winner, 68-61 over Urbandale, and the Dowling girls a winner by the score of 52-32. They move on till Tuesday night. That'll be our next broadcast here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Final road game, I think, might be of the year because I look ahead, and our radio schedule does not quite equal the basketball schedule. I think Dowling boys have a Saturday game. We're not going to carry that. But all the Tuesday, Fridays, they're at home.
That's good because it took me a little bit to get through the front door here. They didn't believe I was with the radio.
I wouldn't either.
So I got to give a shout out to Jody because I said, Jody, listen, I'm going to give you a shout out because you're doing such a good job keeping security of people getting through the door. I said, no, I'm serious. You want to follow me?
Yeah. Well, last week we had a sheet to get in, the code, the barcode to get in. And everybody's different, but you must not have sold yourself well with those ladies that were checking in people.
I took too much advantage of it. But anyway, it's a really good win tonight for the Maroons. That's a really good Urbandale team. They're unique in how they play. They have 3 players and more who can make shots. And I thought the Maroons came out with a great victory tonight. And you move on. 1-0, very good Urbandale team. Coach Thilkeen's going to be a tough opponent come playoff.
No question. And, of course, up next for Dowling will be the Valley Tigers on Tuesday night in a girl-boy doubleheader. Top 5 matchup in the girls' game and boys' game. We'll have it on Iowa Catholic Radio. The Dowling boys now improve their record to 11-1, and Urbandale falls to 6-4 in the boys' contest. And, Jimmy, we'll talk to you Tuesday night. I'll try to get you in the front door over there. We got a new athletic director over there at Valley.
Brad Rose isn't.
Brad Rose retired.
Just gives me the wave in. So.
Yeah, well, that ain't going to happen anymore.
Nope.
So he's going to be already watching his daughter play as the girls' game. So when the time you get there, you can be on your own. You might be in the same trouble that you got here at Urbandale and maybe worse.
Well, you can fly solo. So if I don't make it to you, you know what happened.
Oh, believe me, there's people that will be right behind me. The Dowling fans will sit right there. So I might even get Andy up here, You never know. You never know. Jimmy, thank you. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the holiday weekend. We got an extra day. Martin Luther King holiday on Monday. Are you still going to South Dakota?
I'll be in Waterloo.
Thanks. Oh, no problem. Well, drive safe.
I will.
Think of all of us that are on vacation that day. Huh?
Yeah.
Think of us.
Well earned.
Thank you. Jimmy Cataldo, my broadcast partner. That'll wrap things up from the Urbandale Gym. And our thanks to all the folks that help us here tonight. And they did a great job keeping us on board with the staff here at Urbandale. Tremendous job. We appreciate all their help. And the Maroons come away with a win on the road. So for Jimmy Cataldo, I'm Mark Amadale. Our next broadcast will be Tuesday night as Dowling will take on Valley at the Valley Fieldhouse. Pregame at 6 o'clock. Girls game at 6:15, followed by the boys game at 7:45. Join Mike Burkert, Jimmy Cataldo, and me for the broadcast. And again, our thanks to all the folks here. Jared Power, the athletic director, Connor LeGrone, Carter Milan, and Joey Aguirre, the girls coach at Urbandale. Clay Thilking, the boys coach at Urbandale. Appreciate all their support. So for Matt Wilkham, our student producer, this is Mark Amadale thanking you for tuning in tonight along the Iowa Catholic Radio. Our thanks to our business underwriters and supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio for their support. And from all of us with the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, this is Mark Amadale saying goodnight and so long. Final scores for the final time. The Dowling girls a winner tonight. They improved their record to 12-2 with a 52-32 win over Urbandale, whose record falls to 2-11. And the Dowling boys a winner tonight, 68-61 over Urbandale. Dowling boys record now 11-1. Urbandale falls to 6-4. For everybody I mentioned, have a safe and blessed faith-filled weekend.
Dowling Catholic Basketball and Iowa Catholic Radio has been brought to you by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Fast Signs, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Skeffington's Formal Wear, Iowa Wealth Management, and Bosun the Florist. Please support the businesses that underwrite Iowa Catholic Radio. The preceding has been a Dowling Catholic Sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio.